Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, a journey to self-realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently exploring the book Guru Bhakti Yoga, authored by Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj of Divine Life Society, Rishikesh, India, and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda of Swami Jyotirmayananda Society. So let's continue Swami Krishnananda ji's discourse on the preceptor and the disciple. Uddalaka, who was a great aspirant, illustrates this proposition that only he who has got a guru or preceptor can know the truth. He compares the one who is without a spiritual guide to a blindfolded man who may miss his way and reach some other undesirable destination due to his lack of sight. The Mundaka Upanishad says that he who is desirous of real prosperity should worship the knower of the self. No sophistry of intellect is allowed to hamper the growth of the divine relation that exists between the Guru and the Sishya. So it must go through in an undiluted form, straight from the Guru to the disciple. Even the gods had doubt as to this, for truly it is not easy to be known. It is very subtle in this matter. Remember, we are trying to know God, we are trying to realize the mystery of this universe. Katha Upanishad 1.21 says so. He is not easy to be known when told by an inferior person, though he may be expounded about manifoldly. Unless declared by another who is supremely wise, there is no way of attaining him. Only someone who has been with God can talk about God, for he is inconceivably subtler than what is even very subtle and unarguable. That is that divine knowledge. That's why we call it Brahma Vidya. Even the proud Indra and the great Narada became humble before their teachers. This speaks of the majestic transcendence of the Absolute, not knowable through easy means. So we should not get impatient very quickly. This is the ultimate knowledge we are after. How innocent and simple was that Satyakama who said to his teacher when asked about his parentage. He says, because before then the gurus would ask you about your lineage, where you came from, your caste, etc. And Satyakama honestly said, Sir, I do not know this of what family I am. I asked my mother. She told me in reply, I begot you in my youth when I was wandering much as a maidservant, and I, being such, do not know this of what family you are. So, what an innocent response and a straightforward response from Satyakama, saying he did not know who his father is. Then the teacher inferred that Satyakama must be a Brahmana, meaning a highly intellectual and a pure soul, telling him that a non Brahmana will not be able to speak like this, the truth, and accepted him as a disciple. Narada bows down and says, O Lord, I am in sorrow. May the Lord take my sorrow away. May he take me across pain and pleasure above everything into God. Not by reasoning is this knowledge to be attained, instructed about by another. It is easy to be known. So, therefore, this knowledge comes through revelation, it comes through Guru's grace and blessings and the disciples' effort with sincerely applying the teachings of the scriptures, says Katha Upanishad also. These make it clear that self knowledge cannot be attained by an individual striving for himself in his ignorance independently without a teacher. So, all these great masters are of one opinion that a true guide, a true teacher is indispensable on this holy path. None can reach it by his own personal effort without a proper guide. Very mysterious and subtle it is. Book learning is dead knowledge. It is simply repeating the words. The knowledge which directly comes from the teacher is a dynamic consciousness power. So therefore the guru's words, his energy, his ability to transmit, and his grace, his eyes, his looks, his vibrations, all of that are so important. With regard to this, it is said the father should speak the knowledge of Brahman to the eldest son or a worthy pupil, not to anyone else, even if one should offer him this entire earth filled with its treasures. Verily, he should consider that this knowledge is greater than that. Verily, this is greater than that, says the Chandogya Upanishad in chapter 3, shloka 11.5. So, what we are trying to say, it may seem ridiculous that somebody offers you the whole world with all the treasures and you reject it, but this is literally true. For this wisdom, this knowledge, this grace of enlightenment cannot be equated with material things. That is the essence. And in the Bhagavatam also, when Shukdev ji was trying to give this divine nectarine knowledge to King Parikshit, the Devatas brought nectar and diamonds and all this opulence of the heavens, and Shukdev ji shooed them away. He said, you are not qualified to sit for this divine teaching, because what's more important than these diamonds and nectar and all that stuff is purity of heart. Only then are you qualified to sit at the grace of the teacher's holy feet. So, this is the deeper lesson. The initiation is only a matriculation of the pupil in the spiritual current. So that's the first stage where the mantra is given, but then the disciple has to revere it and take it to the next level. So that is, but the actual effort to soar high into the absolute is to be exercised by the disciple with the grace of the guru through protracted meditation, which is the firm restraining of the senses with vigilance and non pride, for the meditative condition comes and goes, so that those it continues to waver. So you need to stabilize it, you need to constantly work on that effort. This says Katha Upanishad, chapter 6, shloka 11. There is no greater error than spiritual pride. This ego that spirituality brings is a great sinner. Many a great saints have fallen down because of this spiritual pride. Even the state of high meditation is transitory, because then we come back to our original state. So don't think you are very advanced. It passes away quickly. Let there be no pride, no conceit, even if one may feel that he is about to be finally liberated. Still, continue to work hard, continue to be humble, continue to cling on to the lotus feet of your Guru. The light of discrimination should always be kept bright and unobstructed. When the process of practice is perfect, there quickly comes the highest experience of the reality. It comes gushing down to the disciple who has purified himself to that extent and is now ready to receive the bliss. So we again prostrate to Swami Krishnanandji Maharaj for his grace upon us and giving us this beautiful discourse. So let us move on to the next sage who is also very close to our hearts, Swami Chidanandji Maharaj, who was the president of Divine Life Society India for a very long time after Swami Shivananda gave up his mortal body and took Mahasamadhi. So Swami Chidananda ji's speech was given on 2nd September 1952. So he must have been extremely young at that time, as a disciple of his Guru. How to obtain Guru Kripa, says Swami Chidananda Maharaj. He says, revered immortal selves, I shall just put before you all a few worship words, especially as today is most auspicious in the divinity manifest as the Guru. Therefore, I shall speak on Guru and Guru Kripa. So he spoke that on Guru Purnima day. As we have said before, we revere the Gurus, Guru Ved Vyasji, and our individual Gurus, Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, Sivanandaji Maharaj, Shankaracharya ji, Krishnanandji, Chidanandji, and whichever Guru has come in your life, prostrate to them, revere them for their guidance and teachings, and you continue to enjoy this beautiful guidance from these advanced souls. So we will continue Swami Chidanandaji's guidance and his grace upon us in tomorrow's satsang. Hari Om Tat Sat.